Hey, Kentucky Junior Master Naturalist, I've got a great fun activity for you that will benefit our fine feathered friends, especially in winter, making your own bird feeder. So let's get started feeding the birds. Today we're going to make this far out bird feeder. To make our far out bird feeder, we can collect most of the materials we need from around our home. We'll start with an empty and clean gallon milk jug or water jug, either one would be fine. You want to get some magic markers, one for sure, and you're going to use that to mark the spots where you're going to put the perches and where you're going to cut out the feeder openings. You're going to need scissors and X-Acto or small paring knife, and since we are using sharp tools for this activity, make sure that you have the assistance or the consent of your parent or guardian. You'll need about 12 inches of string or longer depending on where you're going to hang your bird feeder. You're going to need a small washer, and that's the little silver circle in the center. And you're going to need two straight sticks or dowels that are about 10 inches long. That way they can go all the way through the jug. These are going to be our perches. I was able to easily find straight sticks in my yard and cut them down to the right size. And then you're going to need birdseed. Now this you may not have, and you may need to go out and purchase it. If you are purchasing seed, make sure you get seed that's got a majority of the seed is made up of black oil sunflower seeds. A mix is okay, but just so long as it's got more of the black oil sunflower seeds, that's the best kind of seed for birds. The first thing we're going to do is turn your jug over, and you're going to make at least 5 small holes in the bottom of the jug. And you can see I did little X's, so I kind of knew how to spread them out, and then just used my paring knife to kind of get in there and drill around to get those nice little holes. Now we're putting those holes in there so in case water gets in our bird feeder, because it is going to be outside and it may rain, that water is going to drain on through and it's not going to pool up in our bird feeder. All right, now that we made the drain holes in the bottom of our jug, we're going to turn it back over, and we're going to mark spots with little X's for where our perches are going to be inserted. And you can see in both the photos of where those have been done. You want to make sure you try to line these X's up across from each other on the jug. And then you're going to take your marker and make 2 or 3 rectangles for the feeder openings, and these should be spots just above where the perches are going to be inserted, as you can see in that top photo. Our next step, we're going to use a small knife or that X-Acto knife to make the openings to insert the sticks for the perches. And you can see I've done that here in the photo. Next, we're going to cut out the feeder openings and with the scissors, and the scissors worked great for me. Now that you've made your holes for the perches and cut your openings for the feeder, you're going to go ahead and insert your feeding perches, and you can see how that's done. They crisscross in the photo to the right. Now we're going to work on making the hanger. So for the hanger, we're going to make a hole in the cap of the jug, and I just marked a little spot so I knew it was in the center. Used my paring knife to create that hole. Now the next step is to run the string through the washer, and you want to see how it's done in the photo on the left. You want to have 2 pieces of that string with a loop, and then you're going to run the open ends of that string through that loop and pull it up snug so that now that your string is attached to your washer. Next step, we're going to pull the string through the cap until the washer is set. So you're going to put the 2 loose ends through the underneath side of your cap, pulling it all the way through so that the washer now holds that string in the cap. It's not going to be able to be pulled out when you add weight to your jug, and you can see that in the photo on the right. All right, now that we've got our string in our cap, we're going to twist that cap back on so our bird feeder is ready. But this is the time, if you would like to decorate it, go ahead and do it now before you add seed. Once it's decorated, you can fill it with bird seed. Now that your far out feeder is complete and you have placed it outside near a window so that you can see who visits your bird feeder, the next step is to learn which bird is which. To start learning your birds, one way to do it is to visit the Project Feeder Watch website, which you can see here in the slide, and download and print the common birds that visit your bird feeder poster to hang near your viewing window. And if you really enjoy watching the birds at your feeder, join Project Feeder Watch this winter. All you got to do is count the birds, enter your data, and contribute to science. I hope you've enjoyed the Far Out Feeder today, and I hope you have success creating your own feeder, and happy bird feeding.